Hello, I'm Ellen, and today we're looking at the full moon total lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo that's happening on March 13th at 11:57 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We're going to look at what that means, and then I'm going to give you a question based on your rising sign about what might be wanting to release. And if you don't know how to find your rising sign, I do have a tutorial about how to pull your chart, and then you can find your rising sign. It's also called the ascendant, and you can find it through that video. So the full moon is happening in Virgo. Across the way, we have the sun and Saturn in Pisces. There's also Neptune that's close by there, and there's a lot going on here. The moon represents the body, and it can also represent emotions, the subconscious. It can represent mother or mother figures. And the full moon is about the harvest, like reaping what you've sown, releasing. And the Virgo moon is also in the sign of the harvest. We also have the south node here with the moon. And the south node is also part of a release or a cutting away of something. It's also called the tail of the dragon. So it's about excreting and letting things be eliminated and excreted. We also have Uranus here in the mix, making a harmonious trine aspect to the moon. Uranus being there feels like it will be helpful to kind of break up and shake up whatever needs to be released. So the moon is in Virgo, and Virgo is about being organized and meticulous. Virgo is about details and can also tend toward anxiety or overthinking. But there is a resourcefulness there and this kind of like a purification process. Like Virgo is preparing for the harvest or for the next thing, the next phase. And so there is this double or triple even feeling of like wanting to wash, purify, let go of the things that are not serving us in relation to Virgo. Where are we overdoing, like over helping or overthinking or just like judging and cutting off from our own magic and vitality. So Saturn is also across the way with the sun and Neptune. So it feels like there could also be some conflict within, wanting to have these boundaries and work hard and do it the right way. And then being the complete opposite, where it's just like, oh, we don't need boundaries and we don't need any hard work. We can just like go with the flow. So it feels like there might be some kind of tension there going forward. That could also be related to what is being asked to be released or what you want to release. That there might be some feelings of conflict of like, does this really want to be released? How do I release it? I can't be too this or that. Like there's some kind of balance in the middle that wants to be achieved. But ultimately, letting it go will help with that balance of those two opposing sides of Saturn and Neptune together. I feel like depending on where the moon is going to be in your chart, which is based on your rising sign, these are the types of topics that I'm going to suggest you look at to see what might be wanting to fall away, purify, be excreted, and eliminated. So that gives you a little bit of some of the stuff, of some of the energies that are in the mix here. It feels like a lot. It feels like, I always feel like release is good in general because it's creating a new newness, a new space for whatever else you want to have come in. But it's not always necessarily easy. So in this instance, it might involve a little bit more reflection, internal, like looking inside, looking internally, taking some space, having some kind of structured practice for the next few months might be really helpful with looking inward and beginning to release some of this blockage that needs to be eliminated. If it's a blockage. I mean, I'm feeling like it's an energetic blockage because of the overthinking, kind of like the overthinking of Virgo or overdoing, perfectionism, wanting things to be like just so, wanting to control things. It feels like these types of energies can be blocking to opening and being with the flow and the more positive aspects of Virgo, which are resourcefulness and discernment, being able to be prepared for things and purify, being rational and forgiving. I would say almost forgiving yourself if you haven't done that yet. Maybe wherever part of life this is in, there might be also a need for that as well. I'm going to give you questions based on your rising sign of what to contemplate for what is being released right now for this eclipse. So, for Aries rising, what do I want to let go of so that I can revitalize my health, daily routines, or workplace matters? Like your day to day. What is blocking you in like the day to day kind of things? For Taurus rising, what do I want to release so that I can devote myself more fully to creative projects, children, fun, the things that bring me joy? For Gemini rising, what do I want to let go of so that I can feel more at ease within my home and family life? And Cancer rising, what do I want to release so that I am clear to communicate more fully as myself? And this might also be related specifically to siblings or cousins or aunts or uncles as well, or your community, your immediate community in general, like your neighborhood. For Leo rising, what do I want to let go of so that I pave the way for receiving abundance, income, and material gain, resources? So for Virgo rising, what do I want to release so that I can be devoted more fully to myself, my own needs, my vitality, and who I am? So for Libra rising, what do I want to release so that I can access the wisdom of my subconscious and bring it forward in a way I can see, feel, and understand? And this also has to do with time spent alone. Perhaps there's a way to create a space to go inward and find what's in there. For Scorpio rising, what do I need to eliminate in order to fully welcome my hopes and dreams and the gifts that come through community and group affiliations. Sagittarius rising, what do I want to refine so that I can access my ability to be of service within the public sector or my career? Capricorn rising, what do I need to let go of so that I can be free to explore and reach the truth and know my own philosophical leanings? This might also have to do with higher education or foreign travel, something about exploring foreign cultures and that type of a thing. For Aquarius rising, what do I need to release so that I can be more fully me without fearing what others think of me? For Pisces rising, what do I want to eliminate so that I can be present for those I love and or am in close relationship with? This could be close family, people that you have one-on-one relationships with. It could also be about business partners as well, or anyone that you have one-on-one interactions with. And that is it. So I hope that something in there might have sparked something for you. I do have guided meditations on my channel that might support you. So I will throw them up here and then also in the description box if you want to check those out. And thanks for being here. I'll see you next time.